Hi students, welcome to Methodology classes. Today we are going to discuss some important MCQs asked in the previous year board examinations paper of the CBSE. So when we started learning maths in our early life, we learned tables. So tables are a good example of arithmetic progressions. So without wasting time, let's jump to the first question. So the first question is, the 10th term of the arithmetic progression 5, 19 by 4, 9 by 2, 17 by 4 is. So we have to find out the 10th term of this series. So we know nth term of a series is given by an is equal to a plus n minus 1 d. So an is the nth term, a is the first term, n is the number of terms about which we want to find out, and d is the common difference. So this is how we have to find out. Now, to make our work easier, we will try to make the denominators of each term equal. So if we see here, this is 5, 19 by 4, 17 by 4. So we can try to make the denominator 4. So 5 can be written as 20 by 4. 19 by 4 is already there. 9 by 2 we can multiply by 2 in the numerator and denominator. So will become 18 by 4, 17 by 4, and in this way. So we have to find out the 10th term. So n is 10 here. A, the first term is 20 by 4 plus, we have to find out the 10th term. So n is 10, 10 minus 1. Common difference, any term minus the previous term. We have to remember any term minus the previous term. So 19 by 4 minus 20 by 4. 90 by 4 minus 20 by 4. So that will be minus 1 by 4. So 20 by 4 is 5 plus 10 minus 1 is 5 and 10 minus 1 is 9. And minus 1 by 4. So that will be 5, as this is also a with denominator 4, so we can make denominator 4 only. So 20 by 4 and minus 9 by 4. So 20 minus 9, denominator is same, so we can subtract the numerator. 20 minus 9 is 11 by 4. So the 10th term will be 11 by 4. So what we did here, to make our work easier, we made the denominator same by multiplying by something in the numerator and denominator. So we got that d, the common difference, any term minus the previous term, is 19 minus 20 by 4, that is minus 1 by 4. And we had to find out the 10th term. So a10 will be substituting n is equal to 10 on the right hand side. So we got 20 by 4 plus n is 10 minus 1, d is minus 1 by 4. So 5 plus 9 times minus 1 by 4. So 20 by 4 minus 9 by 4. We got 11 by 4 as the 10th term of this arithmetic progression. Moving to the next question. This is also a simple application of the nth term. But in this case, terms are in square roots. So let's try to simplify and make our terms in the simplest form. So 18 is 9 into 2 and the square root of 9 is 3. So this becomes 3 root 2. 50 is 25 into 2. 25 is a perfect square. So 5 will come out, 5 root 2. 98 is 49 into 2. 49 is a perfect square. So 7 will come out, 7 root 2, like this. So we can see here 3 root 2, 5 root 2, 7 root 2. So the next term should be 9 root 2, because there is a difference of 2, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 2, 7, and root 2 is along with every term. So the next term should be 7 plus 2, 9, and root 2. But none of the option is 9 root 2. So, but all the terms are, everything is in square root. So if I try to convert this into square root, so when 9 will go in square root, so it will become 9 into 9 into 2. So when 9 will go in the square root, it will become 9 into 9. So 9 into 9 is 81, 81 into 2 is root 162. So the next term will be root 162. So what we did in this question, this was a very simple question. Even the concept of arithmetic progression was not needed in this. So we first simplified the terms just to understand that how the terms are progressing. So 18 was 9 root 2, so 18 was 9 into 2, so square root of 9 is 3, 3 came out. 25 into 2, so 5 came out. 49 into 2, so 7 came out. So 3 root 2, 5 root 2, 7 root 2, so there was a pattern. So the next term will be 7 plus 2, 9 root 2, and we took 9 inside the square root, so it became 9 into 9. So 81 into 2, 162. So the next term will be 162. Moving to the third question. The number of terms in this arithmetic progression 3, 6, 9, 12. So this is a table going on. So even without applying the concept of arithmetic progression, we can find out. So this is 3 into 1, 6 is 3 into 2, 9 is 3 into 3, so 3 into 4. So if I divide this with 3, so I will be getting 3 3 is a 9, 2, 21, 3 7 is a 21. So 37. So we started with 3 into 1, 3 into 2, 3 into 3, and we moved till 3 into 37. So there are how many terms? 37 terms are there in this series. So even without applying the concept of arithmetic progression, we found out the number of terms in the series. And if we want to apply the concept of arithmetic progression, we can do that also. So for that, we can assume the last term as an. We can assume the last term is an, and we know the formula for an is a plus n minus 1 and d. So we have to find out n. So a is first term, so first term was 3 plus n minus 1, and d. d is any term minus the previous term. 6 minus 3, that is 3. And we have assumed an as 111. So 111, and we can take 3 to the left hand side, so it will become negative, is equal to n minus 1 times 3. So 111 minus 3 is 108, is equal to n minus 1 times 3. And if we take 3 to the left hand side, so here on the right hand side it is in multiplication, so on the left hand side it will become in division. So it will be 108 divided by 3 is equal to n minus 1. So this is 36 is equal to n minus 1. So n is equal to 37. So the value of n is 37. So for applying the concept of arithmetic progression, what we did here? We assumed the last term is an. So an is a plus n minus 1d. We substituted the value of an is 111. A is 3, first term is 3, n minus 1, common difference or constant difference is 3. So we shifted 3 to the left hand side, we got 108 is equal to n minus 1 times 3 divided by 3, so n minus 1 is equal to 37. So the value of n came out to be 37. So the number of terms in this series is 37. Okay, so moving to the question number 4. The fourth term from the end of the AP. So we have to be cautious here. It is not asking the fourth term from the beginning. It is asking the fourth term from the end. So if there is any arithmetic progression, so if it is an AP from the beginning, then it will be an AP from the end also. So now here, how we are getting the terms? We are adding 3 to each term to get the next term. Minus 11 plus 3 is minus 8. Minus 8 plus 3 is minus 5. And in this way. So when we will be moving from and, so we will be subtracting 3 to get each term. So 49. Next term will be 46. Next term will be 43, like this. And we will come till minus 11. So now the first term will become the last term if we will be moving from the last. So now, if we compare, the first term will become 49, D will be minus 3. 46 minus 49, it will be minus 3. And we have to find out the fourth term. So fourth term will be what? A plus 4 minus 1D. So A first term is 49 now, plus 3 into common difference is minus 3. So 49 minus 9 is equal to 40. So the fourth term from the end will be 40. So what concept which we used in this question? That if there is any arithmetic progression, so if we reverse that series, then that will also be an arithmetic progression, and the constant difference will be of the opposite sign as the constant difference was there from the beginning. Okay. So now moving to the next question. If the sum of first m terms of an AP is 2m square plus 3m, then its second term is. So there is a general formula given to find out the sum of the series of any number of terms of the series. So there is a general formula given so that we can find out the sum of any number of series just by putting that value in place of m. So if I denote sum of n terms of the series by Sm, sum of m terms of the series by Sm, so that will be 2m square plus 3m. Now if I substitute m is equal to 1, so it will be S1. So on the right hand side also I will substitute m is equal to 1, so that will be 2 into 1 square plus 3 into 1. So that will be 5. So S1, sum of one term. So sum of one term will be only A1 is 5. Now if I want to find out sum of two terms of the series, so S2 will be on the right side also I will replace m by 2. So 2 into 2 square plus 3 into 2. So 2 square is 4, 4 into 2 is 8, plus 3 into 2 is 6. So 8 plus 6 is 14. So what will be sum of two terms? Sum of two terms is A1 plus A2 is equal to 14. Now A1 is 5, so A2 will be how much? 14 minus A1, that is 14 minus 5, so that is 9. So A2 is the second term. So second term will be 9. So this was an easy question and it was based on the formula for finding out sum of any number of terms in the series, and it was given Sm is equal to 2m square plus 3m, and we had to find out the second term. So how we did? We first found out sum of one term, and sum of one term will be first term only. Then we found out sum of two terms, and what will be sum of two terms? A1 plus A2. We substituted the value found out in the first step, A1. So A2 will be 14 minus 5, that is 9. So the second term will be 9. Now moving to the next question, the common difference of the AP. So an AP is given involving the x, and we have to find out the common difference. So we don't have to fear, our concept will remain same. And what is the concept for finding out the common difference? Common difference is given by any term minus the previous term, and for the sake of less calculation, we generally subtract the first term from the second term. So second term here is 1 minus 4x divided by 2x minus the first term is 2x. Now this is quite easy because the denominator is the same, so we don't need to worry. We will just subtract the numerator and we will keep the denominator same. So 1 and minus 1 got cancelled out, so minus 4x by 2x. So x got cancelled out, minus 4 by 2 is minus 2. So the constant difference is minus 2, so our answer will be option D. So in this question, it was asked to find out the common difference. So how we found out the common difference? We subtracted the first term from the second term, and the denominator was same, so it was quite easy. We just subtracted the numerator. 1 got cancelled out, and minus 4x by 2x, x got cancelled out, and 2 is 4, so minus 2 is the common difference of this AP. Now moving to the question number 7. It is also based on the same concept, common difference, to find out the common difference, but it is slightly different in this. The terms are not given. The common difference of an AP in which A15 minus A11 is equal to 48. So two different terms, 15th and 11th are given, and their difference is given 48, and we have to find out the common difference. So A15, how we write A15? So A plus n minus 1d, so A plus 15 minus 1, 14d, minus A11, A plus 11 minus 1, that is 10d, is equal to 48 given. Now there is a negative sign outside the bracket, so when we remove the bracket, so signs of every term will change, so it will be minus A minus 10d is equal to 48. So A and minus A will get cancelled out. 14d minus 10d is 4d is equal to 48. So if I divide by 4 on both the sides, so we will get d is equal to 12. So the common difference will be 12. So what we did here, we used the formula for an, the nth term of the series, a plus n minus 1d. We wrote the values of a15 and a11 and simplified it, and we got the value of d as 12. So this was just a simple application, and we don't, if we want to save the time, we can here only, there is a difference of 4 in this, and we know in arithmetic progression each term increases by d only. So there is a difference of 4 terms, so a15 would have increased by 4d from a11. So from here only we can write 4d is equal to 48, so d is equal to 12. So to save time, we can use the shortcut, because in MCQs we don't need to worry about the steps. Okay, so question number 8, the sum of first 16 terms of the AP. So now we have to find out the sum of n terms, and here n is 16 terms, and here the first 3 terms are given 10, 6 and 2. So from here we can figure out, or first let's write what is the formula for finding out sum of n terms. N by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. So this is the formula. So in this question we have to find out sum of first 16 terms, so n is 16. N by 2, so n is the number of terms, so here number of terms is 16. 2 times a, the first term, is 10, plus n is 16, so 16 minus 1 is 15, into d. D is second term minus the first term, 6 minus 10, that is minus 4. So 16 by 2 is 8, 20, 2 into 10 is 20, and 15 into 4 is 60, and plus into minus is minus. So 20 minus 60, so that is 8 times 20 minus 60 is minus 40. So 8 times minus 40 is minus 320. So the sum of first 16 terms of this series is minus 320. So this was a question just to check whether you know the formula for sum of n terms of the arithmetic progression, and whether you can apply that concept to find out the sum of any given series or not. So first 3 terms were given, so we found out the first term a, that is 10, common difference 6 minus 10 minus 4, and we put the values and found out the sum of 16 terms as minus 320. Okay, question number 9. The sum of first 5 multiples of 3 is. So this is also a similar question of the previous one. If you want, you can just pause the video and find out the sum. I hope you would have tried. So this is also a similar question like the previous one. In this, we have to find out the sum of first 5 multiples of 3. So I think you can try this as a homework, and you can put the answer in the comment. So moving to the question number 10. In an AP, if A is equal to 1, an is equal to 20 and Sn is equal to 399, then n is. So here Sn is given, first term is also given, and because we have the sum till n terms and an is also given, means the last term is also given. So there is another formula for sum also of an AP, that is Sn is equal to n by 2 a plus an, first term plus last term. So Sn is how much? 399. It is already given in the question. N by 2, first term is 1 and an is 20. Nth term is 20. So 399 n by 2, and this is 20 plus 1, 21. Right. So from here we can write n will be equal to, we can shift the things to the left hand side, so it will be 399. 2 was in division, so it will come in multiplication. 21 was in multiplication, so it will come in the denominator. So from here we can see, we can cancel 399 by 21, so 21 times 1 is 21, so 39 minus 21 is 18, and 189, so it will go 19 times, so 19 into 2 is 38, so n is 38. So there were 38 terms in this series. So Sn was given, first term was given, last term was given, and n was asked. So we used the formula Sn is equal to n by 2, first term plus last term, substituted the values and simplified, and we got that the value of n will be 38. So there are two formulas in arithmetic progression. Sn is equal to 2a plus n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d, and Sn is equal to n by 2, a plus an. So depending on what information is given in the question, we use the different formulas. If first term is given and last term is given, we can use the Sn is equal to n by 2, first term plus last term, and if first few terms are given, then we can use Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. Now moving to the question number 11. Three numbers in AP have the sum 30. So what is its middle term? What is its middle term? So if three numbers are in AP, so we can assume the terms as a minus d, and a plus d. So we will keep the constant difference as d, and we will take one term a, and then we will move on the left side and right side depending on three terms, or if I have to find out if 5 terms are there, then a plus 2d, a minus 2d will be there. There is a benefit of choosing terms like this, as we will realize this when we will move ahead in solving this question. Three numbers in AP have the sum 30. So these are the three numbers in AP, and if I add them, let's add separately. So if we add them, a minus d plus a plus d, their sum is 30. So plus d and minus d will cancel out. So 3a is equal to 30. So a is equal to 10. So its middle term. So our middle term was a only. So middle term will be 10. Now there are three terms and middle term. We have to find out the middle term. So whenever terms are in AP, so the middle term will always be the average of that series. Average of that series if the terms are in AP. So three numbers were there and 30 was sum. So its average will be 30 by 3, that is 10. So 10 will be the middle term. So remember, whenever terms are in arithmetic progression, so the average of that arithmetic progression will be given by the middle term of that series. Now moving to the next question, 12th one. In an AP, if the first term a is 7, nth term an is 84, and the sum of first n terms Sn is 2093 by 2, then n is equal to. So it is also a similar question like the 10th one which we did. First term is given, nth term is given, and Sn is also given, and we have to find out the value of n. So I hope you will be able to solve this question as if you understood the question number 10. So please try it by yourself and write the answer in the comments. Now 13th one is an interesting question. If 7 times the 7th term of an AP is equal to 11 times its 11th term, then its 18th term will be. So no information is given about the first term or the constant difference. A relationship between 7th term and 11th term is given, and we, depending on that information, we have to find out the value of 18th term of this series. So this is an interesting question, and this would be the last question of today also. So let's try to use the given information and try to find out what information we can find out about the first term and the constant difference, or can we find out the value of 18th term or not. So 7 times the 7th term. So 7 times the 7th term will be a plus 60 is equal to 11 times its 11th term. So a plus 10, d is the 11th term. So if I solve this, so 7a plus 7 into 6, 42d is equal to 11a plus 11 into 10, 110d. So bring 7a on the right hand side, so it will be 11a minus 7a and 42d, and we will bring 110d on the left side, so minus 110d. So 42 minus 110, so if I add 60, so it will be 102, and we have to go till 110, so 8 more, so minus 68d is equal to 11a minus 7a is minus 4a. Sorry, 11a minus 7a is 4a. So if we bring 68 to the right hand side, so we will get 4a plus 68d is equal to 0. Divide by 4 on both the sides, so a plus 17d is equal to 0. Now a plus 17d, if we analyze it from the formula an is equal to a plus n minus 1d, so I can write it a plus 17 can be written as 18 minus 1d is equal to 0. So this is 18th term of the series, and the value of it is equal to 0. So our option D will be the answer. 18th term of this series will be 0. So this was an interesting question in which only the relationship between the 7th and 11th term was given. So we used that concept, 7 times the 7th term is equal to the 11 times the 11th term. Opened the bracket, simplified by bringing a on one side, d on the other side, shifted everything on the left hand side, so we got a plus 17d is equal to 0, and we realized that this can be written as a plus 18 minus 1d, which is of the form a plus n minus 1d, and that is the formula for an, that is a18, because in place of n here we have 18. In the next lecture we will be discussing multiple choice questions based on triangles. Till then, take care and practice sums regularly, because remember, practice makes a man, and here is students perfect.